Some things are built to last. Tested by the elements, proven by time, engineered for whatever comes next. Summertown Metals. Strength in every storm. Building dreams that last.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather at noon.
Well, good Tuesday afternoon. Taylor Plott here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center with a check on your forecast. Our main focus once again today will be the heat, although we do have some isolated showers and storms in the forecast today. Rain chances do go up going into your Wednesday, and then we finally get some relief from the oppressive heat. The heat's not going to go completely away, but at least we're not dealing with upper 90s and heat index values over 105 degrees. Let's get right into your forecast. First off, let's take a live look from our Arctic Air Skycam network. Lawrenceburg, Florence, Pulaski, and Cherokee checking in as we hit 12:01 on this beautiful Tuesday. Seeing a lot of sunshine out there and a few passing clouds. This time yesterday, we saw less cloud cover. We had pretty much abundant sunshine across the area. We are starting to see a few more clouds develop, and those could turn into some of those showers and storms later on this afternoon and evening. Current temperatures across the board look like this. Everybody's in the 90s right now, at least the lower 90s. We got 94 degrees in the Huntsville metro area, 92 in Athens, 91 in Pulaski, 91 here in Lawrenceburg, 93 in Florence, already 95 degrees over there in Waynesboro and Savannah. We still have that heat advisory in place. Everybody could be seeing those heat index values around 105 to 107. Cannot completely rule out maybe getting up to 108 degrees today. On average, these are your heat index values for the next 5 days, and it shows 104 today. I think most places at least get up to 105, but there could be some places that stay just below that. We do expect a little bit less in the way of that heat on Wednesday, depending on how much shower and storm activity develop and when they develop. If they develop early on, I can guarantee you most of places will not be seeing heat index values really above 100 degrees potentially. Now, once we get into the rest of the week and into the early weekend, we do lower those heat index values. It still feels like the 90s out there, so it's not going to feel like fall, unfortunately, but it will still feel like summer, but at least it's not going to be very oppressive out there. Here's a live look at our Viper radar network showing basically absolutely nothing around right now, but we do anticipate some of the shower and storm activity to develop here in the next maybe couple of hours. I think the bulk of the shower and storm chances today will generally be west of Interstate 65, and I'll show you that in your Futurecast very shortly. Let's back the view out quickly, take a look at the radar satellite composite. Here is our cold front that's off to our north right now. It's still bringing some shower and storm activity to parts of the Great Lakes region. That will continue to move to the south. Now off to our east, starting to see in the picture here, there's Hurricane Erin. It is a Category 2 right now. I'll show you more on that here relatively soon, but it's continuing to track its way on and off towards the northwest, and it will eventually make that northward turn here very shortly. This afternoon, rain chances only around 30%. Again, most places generally west of Interstate 65 have the best shot at seeing some of those isolated showers and storms. High temperatures on the Weather Where You Live forecast, 98s for Huntsville, Florence, and Columbia today with not much of a breeze out there, so don't get any help from some of that wind. Now, taking a look at forecast highs across the Tennessee Valley today, 98 in Fayetteville, 95 in Lewisburg, 95 in Athens, 95 in Hartselle and Falkville, 96 in Moulton, and 95 degrees over there in Collinwood. Everybody generally getting into the middle 90s, but definitely some upper 90s out there as well. If you're heading out to dinner this evening, have that umbrella on hand just in case. I think most places are dry though, but holding on to some of those low-end rain chances. Temperatures still staying warm, only up to or down to 86 degrees at 8 o'clock. Now, overnight tonight, we will expect those lows to get down into the lower to middle 70s across the area. Maybe some patchy fog, especially for those that did see some rainfall later on today. Now, tomorrow, we lower the high temperatures just a little bit because we're increasing cloud cover and increasing those rain chances, but we still expect temperatures to get up into the low to mid 90s for most places. I think the bulk of the shower and storm activity should hold off until we get into the 1 to 2 o'clock hour, as we'll see here on your Futurecast. Now, starting off at 2 o'clock this afternoon, probably seeing at least some activity trying to develop. The HRRR model does kind of hold off things a little bit going into your late afternoon and early evening here, 6 p.m., showing those showers and storms tracking on through. And it does hold on to some activity going into the late evening hours, so it's not completely out of the realm of possibility, but I think most places are relatively dry going into that 10, 11, and midnight hour tonight. Now, 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, we are having at least that low chance of a passing shower, but as you'll see here, 12 o'clock, really not a lot going on. I still think there's something that could be going off storm-wise here, but once we get to the afternoon hours, 3 o'clock, there we go, a lot more storm activity blowing up across the area. Some of those storms could be on the stronger side on Wednesday. I don't think we're dealing with a decent severe weather risk. Cannot completely rule out an isolated severe storm. I think most just have some of those gusty winds around 40, maybe 50 miles per hour, some small hail, definitely a lot of lightning and that heavy rainfall going into your evening hours, 7 p.m. here, still holding on to some of those showers and storms, and we'll at least hold on to a small chance going into the midnight hour, going into your Thursday morning. Now, going beyond Thursday, those rain chances start to drop off pretty significantly because it looks like that front will push south of our area, and that should keep us relatively dry. So holding on to at least a small chance of a passing shower or storm Thursday and Friday. Quick little bump up on those rain chances for your Saturday, and then it looks like we're starting to dry out once again going into your Sunday and Monday of next week. Let's take a look at the European Futurecast here. Here's Hurricane Erin at 7 a.m. on Thursday, getting close to the Outer Banks, but still staying well offshore, so we're not anticipating that to make landfall. I'll have more on Erin here very, very shortly. Now, as we go further into your Friday, or late Thursday into Friday, Erin continues to move off towards the northeast. And now we have that front that's kind of just sagged across the area, kind of washed out, and we have a wave of low pressure down here. And that's where it looks like the bulk of the shower and storm chances will reside going into your Friday. Now, Saturday, there's a little bit more moisture being pumped back into the area, so we do anticipate some increase in those showers and storms. But you see here on Sunday, relatively dry once again with another front that's tried to make its way on through, and that will actually usher in a little bit better of, or more drier and cooler air mass, if you will, potentially going into the beginning of next week. All right, here's the latest on Hurricane Erin. We have a little bit better of a blow up of those thunderstorms around the center right now, as you see that northwesterly side of the system doesn't really look too impressive right now. There's a little bit of shear that is being impacted by Erin, and that's kind of making it not only weaken, but look pretty raggedy on the satellite image right now. But looks like we have another blow up of those thunderstorms right around the center. So Erin might be trying to re-strengthen. According to the Hurricane Center, here's the latest forecast and update and advisory. It is a 105 mile per hour Category 2. Pressure has come up. It is now 961 millibar. Now, once we go over the next couple of days, notice that there's really not much of the change in that intensity guidance. It does have a small re-strengthening phase between Wednesday morning and Wednesday afternoon, expected to be 110 mile per hour Category 2 going into your Wednesday and Thursday. Notice how it stays well offshore from the Outer Banks, but the storm will grow in size with its wind field, and they do anticipate tropical storm force winds along the Outer Banks along with that storm surge. And this will go west of Bermuda. Bermuda's right over here, so this is going between the United States and Bermuda, but Bermuda will also have impacts with maybe some gusty winds and definitely some increase in those wave heights. Now, going beyond the next few days, going into next Sunday, we do anticipate this to continue to work its way on off towards the northeast. And by the time 7 a.m. on Sunday rolls around, it is a 65 mile per hour tropical storm by that point, and will continue to work its way northeast and continue to weaken as well. Now, taking a look at your latest 7-day forecast here from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center, starting off with southern Tennessee. Numerous showers and storms for your Wednesday. Spotty shower is possible on your Thursday. And then once we get into Friday, Saturday, just some isolated showers and storms will be possible. Taking a look at northwest Alabama, northeast Mississippi, widespread showers and storms tomorrow. A spotty thunderstorm possible Thursday and Friday. Temperatures maintaining the 90s over the next several days, even into parts of northern Alabama. And here's your Huntsville metro area forecast. Still holding on to the upper 80s and lower 90s going into the weekend. 88 degrees, though, by Monday with mostly dry conditions. That's your latest forecast here from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. I will be in later on this afternoon and evening to have another update on your forecast. So until then, I hope everybody has a fantastic Tuesday afternoon.
You're watching the Tennessee Valley Weather.